Good morning, my name is Christina and I'm going to talk about my internships of this year. First of all, it's my second year in this school doing my internships, so it was very easy to incorporate and to work with the teachers and with these students because I know most of them for the last year. And I was with the 5 years old children, so it was a very easy class to work with. They were so intelligent and so dedicated to do their works and their homeworks. But also I was sometimes with the 4 years old and sometimes with 1 year old. There were more difficulties with 1 year old because they were so little and the only things they do is play with songs, and most of them, well, they have to sleep and everything. But with the 4 years, it was also very easy. There were children that it's very easy to work with. That was the most difficult that I would have. It was that in my class of 5 years, there were 2 children that they were more immature than the others, and we have to dedicate more time with them and work more time with them, or maybe dedicate more hours with them, for example with the language and with the writing and the reading. But they were good workers at the same time, but they have to dedicate more time with the homework. In the class, the children, they have a routine every single morning. We have the assembly for the first hour. We talk about what we did that day, what we are going to do, what we are going to work with. So they can talk with each other, they can participate. And when we start to work, we have corners with writing, reading, for religion, for the project that we are work with, different projects in different semesters. And this methodology, the work with corners, it was very easy. And at the same time, the children's, they are so used to, so accustomed. About what I have learned in the Text Don Bosco and I applied into my internships. There were the methods that we used with the different projects. For example, we work with the Amazonas and we use different activities and different methodologies to introduce this project and to figure out the language skill, the functions, the different functions, the language structures, the keys for this project, and also to put different objectives and competencies that we need for the kids to get at the end of that semester or at the end of that project. And also how to evaluate. I have the opportunity to be in different reunions about to evaluate every single one of the students, and to get to give my opinion of what I have observed in the classroom with the different kids and how they work. So it was very nice to be part of that, and that they count with my opinion and with my observed, and that was very gratifying. The last thing that I want to talk about is the classroom. In the classroom there were less chairs and tables than kids. I mean, there were 17 kids, and for example there were 10 chairs. So they work in tables and in chairs, but also they work on the floor. For example, we wrote something on the board and they have to copy in the different corners of the floor, so they can work in different parts of the classroom, and they don't have to be all the time on a table and a chair. And I think that that's very productive for them, because they don't get bored on the same table and on the same chair all the time. So they get able to move from the classroom to work with different co-workers or different colleagues. That's very productive for them to work, and they work more easier and more effective than if they were all the time in the same spot, for example.